This is Steve Schiffman. I want to thank you for joining me today in this webcast that we put out virtually every single day to help you as a sales representative do better, increase sales, and you as a sales manager understand more about what goes into the whole idea of selling and how to manage more effectively. Today, I want to talk to you about the decision-making process because I think it's easy to sell. I don't think a decision has to be so difficult. And I don't think you have to fight to get the yes. I think salespeople try so hard to make a sale, they forget the elements that are really present. First of all, you have to be talking to the right person. Now, how you determine that is a very complicated thing because the person you're speaking to may appear to be the right person. After all, they're the president of the company, the CEO, CIO, whatever. And you think they're the right person, but they're not because somebody else is involved in it, but it doesn't always come up. You have to be talking to the right person. You have to be talking to the right person about the right product. Now, you know, and I know the reason you're seeing that particular person in that particular company in that particular setting is you know already that they're buying products similar to yours, if not something that's exactly like yours, which means you have to know how to separate your product from everybody else's. See, we all sell commodity. There's no question about that, and I think you know that. But the fact is, you just can't go in to somebody and say, watch, change from who you're buying from to me. Because after all, the number one competitor you face is the existing vendor, the status quo. And going there and simply saying change isn't going to happen. Why should they? The only reason people change is because what they're going to get is better than what they have. Remember that the next time. So you've got to have the right person, the right product. You've got to have the right pricing. Right pricing is crucial. You have to be at least competitive with what they're buying now, but that actually isn't really the key. The key is that they have to see it that way. They have to see there's some benefit in the pricing that you're offering. If you're offering pricing that's competitive, that may be great, but that's really not the issue. The issue is, are they comfortable with the pricing? And the only way you're going to find out is by asking. Ask. Is it a good price? Too high, too low? Ask. And the last thing is, it has to be the right timetable. The right timetable, meaning that they have to be in the position to buy. Now, as we get close to the holidays, people may not want to buy. They may not want the inventory. On the other hand, other people do. You've got to know the buying cycle. You've got to know their inventory process. You've got to know how much inventory do they take at any given time, no matter what your product is. I don't care if it's just reams of paper. So we've got the right person, right timetable, right price, and right product. Those four elements have to be there in order for you to make a sale. And if you do have all those four elements there, then here's the big closing technique. Makes sense to me. What do you think? That's it. You know, it makes sense to me, Mr. Prospect. What do you think? It makes sense to me. And it does make sense to you, or you wouldn't say it. Follow that? It does make sense to you, or you wouldn't say it. We're sending out books, The Big Bang. If you write to me an email and write the word pen, P-E-N, in the email, I will send you a book. We've been sending a lot of books last few weeks. We'll send you a book. Big Bang, which I like. Pretty good book. Tells you 14 days how to turn your sales around. All right. So this is Steve Schiffman. Please remember some of these things and please pass this on to other people who might benefit. And of course, if you need some help, we do coaching and we do training for companies. You can always reach me. So I want to thank you very much for joining me. And as always, you humble me by your presence.